I'm just about on the equator, here in Singapore, walking in gardens, looking at interesting plants. And this little tree behind me certainly is a very interesting tree. One of the world's most famous spices called nutmeg, Myristica fragrans, that grows in Indonesia. Now it's in full flower and it's making some seed. Now this is the fruit of the nutmeg tree. They are either male or female trees, and this clearly is a female. The fruit becomes a little bit more bigger and then turns more yellow, crack open, and the nut falls to the ground. And this is one that's ripe that I'm going to open for you. This is the nutmeg. Inside we have the dark pip, and that is the spice we know as nutmeg. Dried and grated, it's used all around the world to flavor lovely hearty dishes. Around the nutmeg pip is a red netting that is called an aril, and that aril is a complete different spice altogether called mace. Mace has a more gentle flavor and it's used to flavor rice and fish dishes, even give them some color. And the fruity part, or the pericarp, is also used. It's sliced very, very thinly, cooked with lots of sugar and syrup, and is eaten as sweeties, especially in Indonesia. This little aril, or the red netting, is there for a reason. When this nut falls to the ground, that red stands out and it attracts birds. And that bird picks it up and it eats this little netting and then discards the pip, and so the tree spreads itself. Now in the 1600s, there was an arms race to collect spices. The West was thirsty for those flavors. And they would go all around Africa to Southeast Asia to collect it. It was worth a lot more than gold. And that is where this little nut gave rise to cities like Cape Town. Because when the ships return from Southeast Asia, they run out of vegetables, greens, and usually fresh water too. The ships would dock into Cape Town, and that is how company gardens in the city of Cape Town, South Africa started, because they produced greens, vegetables, and gave that to the boats to replenish. It's incredible how this little pip, this little seed of this tree, shaped the world as we know it today.